This has got to be a joke. Are we kidding here? You're suspending Angel Reese for a half, not the whole game, a half. That's just, first off, dumb. And the Sky organization, I understand you want to send a message. Are you really punishing her? Because you're still going to let her play in the game, right? It's just so ridiculous here. And they said that the Chicago Sky values the safety, respect, and well being of every player. We're committed to accountability so our players can stay focused on playing basketball. Because of statements detrimental to the team made by Angel Reese, which she did apologize for in their meeting they held together with the players. And she said that in the press conference, she admitted that. During league mandated media, she would not play in the first half. That alone is dumb. Just suspend her for the game if you want to send a message. The first half, what's the point? On September 7th against the Las Vegas Aces, this matter has been handled and resolved internally, and we are moving forward as a team. That's funny. People are crazy on the internet. But I want to talk about something I saw because there's more to the story with Julia Poe, and this is very interesting. So here's what she reported. To answer a couple of logistical questions I've gotten about that interview, as I wrote in here, a Sky staffer was present for and heard the entirety of the interview. So let's stop there. You had somebody on the staff in the Chicago Sky, heard everything Angel Reese said, didn't give any suggestions not to say that or release it to the press, let it all happen. And it also goes on to say it was not under embargo, nor did team comments make any attempts to amend or address those statements pre-publication. So you mean to tell me Angel Reese had the interview, you monitored what happened, and you didn't say anything. You had no problem with her releasing that to the press. No issues whatsoever. You just let it happen. This organization is a joke. They're embarrassing. And I understand why Angel Reese is frustrated. Again, I would not share that publicly. I would have gone and handled these situations privately. But man, this organization looks dumb and they are not handling this stuff whatsoever on a professional level, because you can't have your players sit down for an interview and you're listening to it, right? You hear what she's saying and the interview didn't go public yet. You could have stepped in and said, you know what? Let's do the interview again. Let's ask those questions a different way. Angel Reese, you probably shouldn't release that because it's going to cause your players to feel a certain way about you. Whether the intent was good, because they hear her speaking, so they probably understand she has good intent here. She doesn't mean anything to cause any division in the locker room, but that's what happened. So this is also on the Chicago Sky's organization. And like I said, why suspend her for a half? That is just dumb. We're at the end of the season and you're just being a distraction. If you want to send a message, suspend her to the game. Okay, awesome. Move on. This is just out of pocket. Look, Angel Reese should be frustrated. If she decides to request a trade from this debacle, I understand. Do I think what she did was right? But I can't really, say it's all her fault because you've got Chicago Sky staff there watching the interview take place. So Angel Reese is thinking, okay, I must be okay, all right with sharing this stuff, getting this off my chest, and you guys won't have any problem with it. But you let it happen, then you turn around and suspend it for a half because of the comments you made. After she went and apologized for her actions. She went and told the team, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come across that way. But you still decide, yes, you can't play a half. That's some petty stuff. This league sometimes, man, is run by people who are just a joke. Like, I can't take you serious. And again, if I'm a player, and now I go back to what I said about I don't agree with Angel Reese sharing this, but I'm not going to put all the blame on her because you have somebody watching it play out and they did nothing. They just sat on their hands and let the article get released. I wonder how the Chicago Sky players are feeling because they should feel like I can't trust this organization. If I'm trying to hold myself accountable, because who knows, maybe Angel Reese had a conversation with the Sky staffer, said, hey, I want you to watch this interview and give me feedback. That might have happened. And if it did, they look worse. So I know that's a rumor I just made up. I don't know if that's true or not. It wouldn't surprise me if that's true, especially like if you're at the interview and I'm sure you're having conversations before you even sit down. So what are we doing here? And with Angel Reese apologizing, she's holding herself accountable. I don't agree with what she said, but now I'm looking at Chicago Sky organization going, what are y'all doing? You let Kennedy Carter go. You traded Marina Mabry. You're supposed to have Vandersloot. She got hurt, but this roster looks terrible. And if you don't do anything this offseason to fix this situation and you're at the same spot next year, now again, I'm still going to hold Angel Reese accountable to some of that because you go out and play basketball. It's just a big mess. And it looks really bad on your organization when you're there to monitor and make sure nothing gets let out. And maybe you can't trust the Sky staff. I don't know. It just seems like a big mess. And yeah, I think the front office organization just really messed this up even more. They're trying to seem like, oh, we're suspending her, but it feels like a blindsided suspension. And I don't know. I don't like this at all from the Chicago Sky, how they handled this situation. I know people are saying, like, oh, okay, Angel shouldn't have said those things. But if you look at what was reported and how they went about the interview, the organization's got to be held accountable for what they did. It's just pure comedy at this point. I don't get why you're suspended for half. Like that alone, when I saw that report, like, wait, you're suspending a player for a half? Is that even a thing in sports? Like where they sit people out for just a half? Like that's a suspension. That's not really a suspension, is it? In my opinion, I don't think it is. You're just saying, oh, just sit in timeout. Like, oh man, the Chicago Sky is a mess. They're a joke. And if Angel Reese gets more frustrated with his team and they're at the same spot next year, I would not be shocked if she decides, you know what, trade me. I can't be here anymore. It's 3 seasons of drama. You're not improving the roster. Both sides are at fault somewhat, but I can't just ignore the Chicago Sky and how they're handling the situation because this is just dumb and confusing. And I wonder how the players are feeling. I'm sure some of them are frustrated. Like if you're Cardoso, you're probably wondering, like, maybe I shouldn't sit down and do an interview because maybe the organization was stabbing the back. I know I'm sounding like I'm on Angel Reese's side, but kind of have to be right now, given how this all played out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Chicago Sky suspending Angel Reese for a half. Yes, a half tomorrow. And do you agree with how they handled the situation with the interview? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.